What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Let me adjust my mic settings again real quick. Turn my filters back on. All right, that should be good, I think. Let me know if it sucks. All right, what time is it? Does anyone truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. And I don't even know each other. And I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Oh, you and I don't even know each other. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Oh, I'm going to have to get Brinley in here because now we have the epilogue. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I had to go get Brinley real quick. I was gonna play this tonight and just like with my normal setup, but when I turned it on, it was different again. And then it said this epilogue. I think this is the basically like. It's fine, you don't have to be. But I'll make it where we can both hear it, I guess.
Is my voice good?
You probably won't be able to be heard. But I was gonna let you see it. All right.
Wait. Yes, I think it's good. Yeah.
Let me see if I can just turn off this real quick.
Put your right where the back. Oh, it's
There you
Why are you putting on your headphones?
go. Oh, forgot. That's a habit. My bad. Yeah, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream.
Did you just start?
Yes, I just started. All right. It did a little story at the beginning, but all right. So
What
here
was
we
the
go.
story?
No, it was just like he was just talking, like, or he didn't say anything. I read it, so you'll have to go back and watch it. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
These people keep calling me. Many years later. Many.
Many years later.
Is it the beach?
It looks like the beach, or it looks like that sand place that we went to that one time. Oh, he said I was going to be all alone. He said games are supposed to be played alone. Am I supposed to stay by the fire, you think? Epilogue is like after the story's over, like what happened after the story, like you know on the Harry Potter books, remember, like the end was like the end of the war, but then afterwards they talked about what it was like they was taking their kids to the train station. That's the epilogue. Yeah. I don't know what it's doing. I'm just like, oh, okay, now we're getting somewhere. But like, where's the narrator? Maybe I'm gonna go find him.
I want to know what he looks like. What happened to your wife?
Stanley's wife. Oh, she's probably like sitting in bed on TikTok. Oh, look, we're back in the place.
What place? Oh,
It's the
wait,
Stanley Parable 2. Oh, in memory, loving memory, the Stanley Parable 2.
Wait, go through.
That's what, oh, I'm gonna be a caver. Is this the office building?
Now it's the hut where we saw all those pictures.
Review the Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with the originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for, and an indefinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we got an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting, a welcome reprieve from whatever. I can't read anymore. That's pretty funny. They put the review in there. What's this? The money. Oh, it's
Name. Oh, this is the name buttons. But, where we had to pretend to be that.
Jim.
Remember you had to pretend to be Jim?
Yeah, pretend to be Jim. My name's Jim. It's pretty cool. It works.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. The Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that the players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Okay?
He said sorry? I've never heard him say sorry. Why is there so many names buttons?
That wasn't the narrator. That's the press release. So that's the media. They was telling the media that.
No,
Wait,
turn around.
did I miss it? Yeah, there we go.
Those the statues.
Oh, the figurines. Oh, this is the place where we was in the figurines at? Huh?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I know we went somewhere to collect them or something.
Yeah, we went around the map.
Ooh.
We have 20. Let's get 20.
I got more when I went into the cave, I think. Now we're getting somewhere. We gotta go find our desk.
Wait, go back.
Go.
The light.
No, you don't. No, you don't want to go to the light. Oh.
Yeah, you do.
Hello again. It's nice to see you. Why is he not talking? Oh, he said I was gonna be alone. Oh yeah, that's right. He said it's better to play games alone.
Yeah.
But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes.
When's the sun gonna explode?
Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3.
3?
It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together and make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3, Race to the Snake, Race to the Baby, Race to the Computer Virus, Race to the Bomb.
No, do baby. Baby.
Half Employee, Half Baby.
Yeah.
Or Game of Baby, Forbidden Baby, Forgotten Baby. How about
Half employee, half baby. Because I think that would be kind of funny.
how about Baby Computer Virus? No.
Yeah.
How about
Baby bomb. Baby 427. 72. Wait, no. 427 baby.
What was 427?
You remember?
Oh, yeah.
The forbidden baby.
I'm going to say...
Yeah.
I think so. I like that one.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable 3, Forgotten 427. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end.
You just come back. Stanley
And
Parable
nothing in the
awesome.
game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well.
Do it.
Do it?
Do it.
Good. Then we have agreed. Oh, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken trophy, did he?
What broken trophy?
Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. All right, there. The trophy machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral and own itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time.
It is
8:48.
8:48. 8:49.
I should have went the other way. Oh, wait.
Wait, remember there's one of you put all the sliders to the highest? And maybe try that one. Make it where it's very visible.
All the way to the highest. Oh, that was the only one. The Stanley Parable 3. Wait, what? Oh, the simplified control just makes every button work the same. That's funny. Alright, so I'm gonna... Wait, what? Oh, because I was there. You can reset all your player data, so you can start all over and do it from the beginning again, I guess. I did X, but every time I hit exits. Oh, I just go back. It's not. I don't want to. I don't want to like have all the settings I just did. I want to do it. All right, here we go. Let's do it.
There's someone in here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I got to do it right first. Whoa, new content was open.
Don't we need to go there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We will.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I gotta wait for him to say it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
45.
What dark secret was being held from him?
45.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed
I never got
for a
that
few
trophy either.
moments
That's what
with some
sucks.
calming new age music.
He said he was gonna give me that trophy. Dadgummit. He messed me up. Alright, we'll forget him now. Oh, we gotta go there now, don't we? Let's go to settings real quick. And go to where was the show reticle, this one. But you don't
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I see it. So, might find it one day. I'm gonna do this.
Do what?
No, actually, we're gonna keep going. Maybe he'll give me the trophy after I finish it. Oh, I made me a new logo.
Like, profile pic?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I couldn't get the look right, so I have another banner I made too, but couldn't get the look right.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Maybe it was
large
Sora.
door that read Mind Control
Sora.
Facility.
Chat GPT thing where you can make.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
You can make like realistic pictures and stuff.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It did this one.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
No, I know, but
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
you can just
That his
tell it to make
emotions
the
had been
picture. What do you want to tell it
manipulated
to
to
make?
accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's a song.
Do you want it to be like realistic?
No.
Huh?
No.
Just normal?
Like My Little Pony.
Are you sure you don't want it to be realistic? Like,
No. Like, you know how My Little Pony is?
okay, and then we'll do two. We'll do two versions of it. I know how, and then we could do like other stuff like pixel art and stuff like that. Well, let's see what it looks like.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this
I'm just gonna turn it off
place.
and finish this.
And as the
If I get a
cold
trophy
reality
in,
of his
I'm gonna
past
start messing
began
with
to
them.
sink in, Stanley decided that this...
Okay, it takes a minute.
It says in the corner.
Yeah, it just kind of names it.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I tried
Was
to
it
see if it would like what it would make me look like, and it just made me look like that guy.
Yes! He had won!
That's not close.
He
is
had
it?
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from
Is that
someone
close?
else's command. Freedom was mere moments
You read that
away.
to your daddy?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
You think your mom would like him?
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange
Take a
building
picture
hold?
of it and go show her.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
Ask her
he
what she,
realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he
When you get
needed
back,
to
we'll be
know.
done with this, and we can
It
start
was
the game for
perhaps
real.
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley
I
stepped
just wonder, should
through the open
should I
door.
like reset my save data and try for that trophy? But then it would
Stanley
reset all
felt the
stuff.
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Do it. Give me All right, here we go. We're going
All of
for
his
sure.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Grab the bucket or no?
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
We got a bucket. You can't see the bucket. Maybe smaller. There we go, so we can have the bucket.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable. and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay, what do we do?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yeah. And then you can say, watch this.
Make it more.
Well, like,
cartoony.
hang on. We'll do this one first here and say, let's say, we're gonna remix it and we're just gonna say, make
Make it look like
it
My Little Pony. Listed?
Stick. Okay,
How'd you get there?
it's the new content
Now, to be
area.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I remember this part.
Yeah.
Because I remember the bus. It didn't work.
It's still, no, it's up there. It's still going.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The bucket.
There's only one bucket.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Okay, 2 buckets exploded.
Stanley! Oh, thank God. I
bucket
didn't lose you.
exploded!
Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
It's ready.
Hmm?
It's ready.
Oh, it is. Let's see what it looks like. That didn't change it. For real. I mean, I guess it kind of did. That one's more like colorful. It just kind of darkened it up and made it. Let's do a brand.
You should make it look 3D.
Make a realistic
Pony.
pink unicorn dancing on a rainbow. Okay, we'll see what it says. So we just gotta leave without a bucket now? Quit. Turn it off or get out of here.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
get
be
a-
honest,
I'll
I
get a
haven't yet
copyright
decided on
strike.
this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided
Happy
on
12th
Get
birthday,
Well Someday
Stepniece.
and
Happy
Happy
12th
12th birthday. Which would you go with?
Or can get well someday. Which one? The birthday one? The well one?
Because it's funny.
You know, sometimes when you solicit
We didn't
another
do this
person's
before, did we?
opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I think they're messing with us now. He's like, it's payback.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
3 plus new and
Is
easy.
it where you get the trophy? Because it
Trophy.
fixed. It got fixed. Remember?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's... As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait, what in the holy hell is going on?
Perfect.
You got the trophy?
I got the trophy.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Scared. Yeah.
What else? What other exhibits
That one
haven't we
was good.
seen yet?
It didn't make it realistic looking. Like I was wanting it to be like, hang on.
Hyper realistic.
Well, I did that before, but I'm gonna say,
You know
jump
what,
circle.
Stanley? I actually think the jump
I'll use
circle
them
was a
all.
pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
no more jumps.
Remember then?
No, the hole.
The inside wall.
Yeah.
We hit the end. It's infinite.
Why does it say I've already been there and it's out of order now?
That's the trophies.
Oh, that's the trophies.
No, the collectibles.
Oh. Oh, exit. There we go.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
What's that?
On the ground.
Reference.
Can't get it.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you The Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Ooh.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Begin the game. Let's go. Ew. All those balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I get it? No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's not even. It's just that's what I'm saying. Like that's not even a real person. Trim or writing? Put it lime green. What would be the trim? Yeah, trim.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Like, what?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
I think after this one,
believing
we're
that
going to
if
be done
he's
anyway.
asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
There's not a lot of people joining
Stanley
tonight,
is
so
as awake right now
just cut it off
as he's
and-
ever been in his life.
What's my other brother?
Now, hearing the voice
Chill.
speak these
Myself.
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Show her off.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, that's the woman's.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled
when we play
for
Stanley
that day.
Parable, we'll probably just
Very
play it
important
offline
people
and try to get
whose
the trophies
impressions
and
of
stuff,
her would
'cause
affect
this is
her
kind of
career,
repeating itself
and by
now.
extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
All right. I think that's it, ain't it? Yep. All right. That's going to be it. Thanks for joining, everybody. And then, yeah, thanks for joining. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Bye. Bye, Brittany. Bye-bye.